Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for being with us inside this iconic River Place Tower. My name's Glenn Scarrett. I'm a Division Director at the Macquarie Group and the new head of the office here in Jacksonville. This is truly a great day for Macquarie. Personally, it's a great day for myself. It's a project that I've been working on for the last 18 months, and I'm very pleased that this day has actually come. Last July, after thoroughly evaluating 17 cities across the country and around the world, Macquarie selected Jacksonville to become our latest United States location and the destination of our new finance shared service centre. We knew right away that downtown was where we wanted to be. The growth and momentum occurring here aligns perfectly with our own vision. We've greatly enjoyed taking this unique space on Jacksonville's South Bank and transforming it into a modern workplace for creativity and collaboration. Our internationally recognised innovative approach incorporates flexible spaces, lots of collaborative areas, very few walls and not many offices. Our building services and technology team have done a great job. And to top it off, you can't beat that incredible view of the St. John's River. Although I must say the dolphins that we see are a productivity time waster. Everyone heads to the windows for 10 minutes whenever the dolphins come out. We will have 125 staff working on this floor into early next year. And as you can see, many of them have already hit the ground running. Of the roughly 65 we already have in place, the majority of our staff actually have come here from Jacksonville, from the local market. We are very excited to become an active part of our new community, and I want to thank the City of Jacksonville, Mayor Lenny Curry, the Jacks Chamber, the Jacks USA Partnership, the City Council, and all our new partners for extending a kind welcome and helping us get off the ground. We're also incredibly thankful with the support we've received from Florida Governor Rick Scott. You all do a tremendous job of creating an attractive business climate and promoting your great state. And with that, please join me in welcoming Governor Rick Scott.
It's always great to be in Jacksonville. I think every time I come here, I announce jobs. You're doing so well. The Jacksonville community is doing really well. So I want to congratulate everybody at Macquarie for all your success. Patrick, glad you're here. It's a long trip home, so you should just stay. Corporate offices are nice here. Everybody loves it here in Jacksonville. I want to recognize the mayor, Lenny Curry. Has worked very diligently to try to make sure this is the safest city in the state, and we've had the opportunity just since he's been here to announce some jobs. So congratulations on all your success. So I think a couple of city council members. We have Greg Anderson here and Aaron Bowman here. Thank you for being here. You've elected wonderful individuals here that really care about, one, can we get more jobs in Jacksonville? Two, can we make sure we have a great education system? Three, can we keep everybody safe? And they're working very hard. The other cities in the state are now starting to see how much this part of the state's competing for jobs. And by the way, these are nice. That's a nice view. I have a 4-year-old grandson, and we don't look for dolphins, we look for sea monsters, because he got a video on sea monsters. I'm supposed to get all the sea monsters out of the Gulf of Mexico, so I thought about that when you said the dolphins. Well, 5 years ago, I was elected, and this state was in trouble. We lost 832,000 jobs in 4 years. Home prices had dropped almost 50%. But what you've seen by electing a lot of good people locally and around the state, we've completely turned this economy around. It's because of great businesses that have decided to expand here, like Macquarie. We've added 1,025,000 jobs just in 5 years. All right. Employment's at a 7-year low, and Jacksonville is doing very well. Just in the last 12 months, Jacksonville has added 16,000 more jobs. So congratulations to everybody in Jacksonville. Now, Macquarie, a global financial services company with offices in 28 countries. Corporate offices in Jacksonville would be nice. We have just don't forget the message, right? We had the opportunity to sit down in New York City last year to talk about this move and anything else we could do. But what's exciting today is they're announcing their new Global Financial Services Center right here. They already have 65 jobs here, and they'll be adding at least 60 jobs by the end of this year. So that's this is a great year and a great day for Jacksonville. Now Jacksonville competed, this wasn't the only place they looked. They competed with 17 other locations and picked this from locations all across America and all across the world. They're going to make a $3 million investment, so it's a significant capital investment, but the real investment is the people. I call on companies every day. We've won over 500 competitive projects in the last 5 years. The reason people want to come to Florida, they love our weather, they love our dolphins, they love the fact that we have lower taxes, but they really like the people. Jacksonville and the state of Florida is a place where people want to be. Everybody loves being here. And we welcome people, and we have a great education system, and we're clearly on a roll. This is ours to lose now. We should be number one for job creation, and we are. We're beating Texas. Anybody from Texas? Well, Governor Perry and I sat down right after I got elected 5 years ago, and I said, my job is to kick your rear. He laughed. He said, well, in the last 4 years, we've added 200,000 jobs, and Florida's lost 800,000 jobs. So I'll act like I'm worried. So now for 10 months in a row, I've called him on the third Friday of the month, and I let him know that we beat them in job creation. He does remind me he's no longer the governor. So Patrick, I have an award for you, a medal for you, if you'll come up. I like people that add jobs. If you decide to move here and run for governor, you have a Governor's Business Ambassador Award for all the people that add the jobs. So I want to thank you for all this.
Well, thank you, Governor Scott, for your kind words. And for those that aren't familiar with Australians, you're going to have to get very familiar with an accent like mine. I'm very pleased to be here in Jacksonville on behalf of Macquarie Group to help open our new office. Before we do, though, I think I'd like to thank a few of the key people that have been responsible for making today really possible. And to Governor Rick Scott, thank you for taking the time out of your undoubtedly very busy schedule. You're a very strong advocate for the state of Florida, and it's decisions like ours to locate here today that evidence the hard work that you and your team have done in helping drive this incredible diversity in the Floridian economy. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. To Mayor Lenny Curry and the Jackson City Council, the city's civic leaders, Jacks USA, the broader business community, and of course the local universities. Thank you very much for your very warm welcome you've given to us, and for putting together such a compelling business case for us to locate here. As the Governor said, we looked around many places in the world, in the UK, in Europe, indeed in Australia as well, but nothing was as compelling as Jacksonville, particularly when we looked at the ease of doing business, cost effectiveness, the stability of government, and such a deep talent pool. And I've mentioned to our own staff today how pleased I am with the talent pool that we've been able to achieve here. And frankly, it is hard to beat the weather, the beaches and the golf, and as we've heard about those dolphins that are ruining our productivity already. I would also like to thank the many Macquarie people who have worked so tirelessly to open our doors today. This isn't something which has occurred overnight. There's been a lot of planning that's gone into the opening of this office. To Lisa Fraser and a team from finance, well done. To Glenn Scarrett, it's certainly his vision and determination that has delivered us today. And to the broader teams in our human resources, corporate communications, technology and business services, this is a great example of collaboration, and I think you should all be very proud of the efforts that you put in. Now, the United States is a very important part of Macquarie's business. Not many of you will realise this, but we've been here for over 20 years, and it now represents our largest source of revenue. That's right, our largest source of revenue now comes out of the USA, and we have over 2,500 employees here in the US. And Jacksonville, I'm really proud to say, now has its place in Macquarie's evolution. This is our 15th office here in the US. And what an office it is. We've taken the Governor and the Mayor around the office. It's been fitted out in a very similar manner to some of our award-winning offices that you'll see in other parts of the world. At Macquarie, we look to create an open, modern, inviting office that encourages collaboration and provides an environment to bring out the very best in our people. And I can safely say that I think we've achieved that goal here today. To our newest employees, welcome. May your career be both enduring and successful. I've been very, very impressed with the calibre of individuals that we've been able to attract here in Jacksonville, and as I said, it's one of the main reasons we've chosen to locate here. To our employees, you've all received the What We Stand For training as part of your induction program, and hopefully you'll recall our 3 core principles of opportunity, accountability and integrities. It is these principles which are at the centre of our culture. And if I can give one bit of advice to our new employees, always ensure these principles are reflected in all that you do. Finally, Macquarie has a very proud history of contributing to the communities in which we operate. The Macquarie Foundation was established in 1985, over 30 years ago, and reflects our recognition that we have responsibilities that go beyond the office doors here, but to the broader community. Now, this can take many forms, such as donations. Our foundation has donated over $250 million in the last 30 years. Pro bono work and numerous other programs, all designed to give a helping hand to those in society that where it's needed most. Importantly, it's our employees in our local offices who lead the way in helping us in identifying where that help is needed. So I'm pleased to announce that Macquarie will be making a $21,000 contribution to Community Connections in Jacksonville. No doubt from the applause, most of you here today know the very good work that Community Connections does in helping bring helping families become educated and independent, and hopefully break that cycle of poverty. Our employees will be here giving out donated care packages to families as part of that over the next few weeks. Macquarie and its employees will continue to be very engaged members of the Jacksonville community to now, which we are a part of. And with that, I'd like to introduce Mayor Lenny Carey. Mayor?
Thank you and welcome, officially welcome to Jacksonville. This is special for me because the Macquarie jobs announcement was one of the first that I did right after I was sworn into office. So to be here today is especially special. These are the kind of jobs that we pride ourselves on in Jacksonville, and you mentioned that you're finding much of the talent right here. This is what those of us in Jacksonville have known all along, that we have the type of talent that will lead Jacksonville into a great century, into a new age and a new era. Things like this are possible because of all of us working together, City Council President, members of council, leadership. I want to acknowledge that the relationship that I've built with Daniel Davis, with the Chamber, working on job creation, and many of the problems that we face today, that when we solve them will allow us to be even that much more productive and that much more successful. So thank you, Daniel. And I'll just close with this. Many of you have heard me talk about our governor on any time we do these events. And look, I've known Rick Scott since 2009, I believe is when we first met. Spent a significant amount of time with him even before I was elected mayor. And the reason that the ingredients in Florida exist, the ingredients in Jacksonville exist, is because of a focus on job creation. The governor kind of half joked when he said, "How about a headquarters here in Jacksonville?" Everybody laughed. That wasn't a joke. He's always pushing to make sure that Florida and Jacksonville, on our behalf, is in fact the job state, the job city. So for that I'm grateful, and be grateful for our governor. Thank you. This wouldn't be possible without Jax USA. And Mark Frisch, who I have the pleasure of introducing, is a successful business person, invested, as you know, in our downtown, and invested in sports here in Jacksonville, and is a great representative of Jax USA and all the things that we're trying to do to build our economy. Please welcome Mark.
Thank you, Mayor Curry. What an exciting day here in Jacksonville for the city and for Macquarie. I'm delighted to be here today as I was 6 months ago when we first announced this project. With this opening, Macquarie joins 12 other investment banks on Forbes Global 500 list that have operations here in Jacksonville. Financial services is one of the top industries in our region, and Macquarie's presence here solidifies our strength in this market. Last year, we announced more than 1,200 jobs in this sector and continue to work with companies that see Jacksonville as a competitive location for their business. Glenn, on behalf of Jax USA, we want to welcome you and say how proud we are that Macquarie chose Jacksonville over all other options. We look forward to continued growth from your company in our market. Governor Scott, thank you for the work you do to position the state as a competitive location for business. And Mayor Curry, thank you so much for your focus in continuing to make Jacksonville one of the top cities in the state and the country. And with that, I would like to invite City Council President Greg Anderson.
Well, Good afternoon. I can't believe it's been 6 months. That's exciting. Governor, it is indeed a wonderful day when you're in Jacksonville. I don't think I have ever been with an event with you that you didn't bring jobs to Jacksonville. So thank you very much for being here. Come all the time. Come all the time. So good afternoon. On behalf of the 19 members of your city council, I'd like to welcome Macquarie to Jacksonville. We are particularly happy that you have chosen downtown as your location. And over the next 2 years, I understand that these offices and one beneath us will house 125 new employees. These are financial services jobs, just like the mayor indicated, that are the kind of jobs that we are very proud to have. It generates capital expenditures of over $3 million and an annual payroll of almost $8 million. So we are thrilled you are here. This project is an example of success through teamwork. In this case, the city and the state and the chamber all work together to bring a leading financial services company to our hometown. So thank you very much. It's great to be here with you. And I'd like, in particular, to congratulate Ed Randolph and Paul Crawford from the Office of Economic Development for their great work on this project, and Jerry and Aaron for your work with the chamber. Thank you very much. Patrick, John, Lisa, it is great seeing you again. Years ago, I used to do business with a major company in Australia, and I had the treasurer to my house in another town. I asked him, well, what do y'all do for Christmas? And we have cold things that we do. And he told me we go to the beach. So I think you have picked out a community that you can go to the beach anytime. So we are glad to have you here. I've enjoyed learning about Macquarie. This is an impressive company, founded in 1969 with 46 years of unbroken profitability. That is a huge statement. Operating in 28 countries under the guiding principles mentioned already, and I think they bear repeating, of opportunity, accountability, and integrity. We are glad you're in Jacksonville. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Council President, for your support. At this time, I'd like to ask our speakers to join me on the left, where we will cut the ribbon to officially open the Jacksonville office.
1, 2.
Yay!